How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I am Jason C. Welcome to the final week in Scotchy September, whereas I'm finally making my long-awaited trip to Islay. This week we are trying Lagavulin 8 and Ardbeg, but today we are focusing on Lagavulin 8. Really looking forward to trying this out, but before that, let's get a closer look. Hey everyone, just checking out this 200th anniversary box. Really cool for Lagavulin to be releasing this. Now, this will not be my first Islay Scotch, but it will be my first Islay Scotch that I've had in a really, really long time. And what I'm most excited for is throughout this month, as I've been drinking Scotch a lot more, I feel like my palate has developed a little bit more for the taste of this. So I'm really excited to try now a Scotch from Islay with a little bit more experience behind me. Now, for those of you that don't know, Islay is a small island off the west coast of Scotland. It's only about 25 miles long, but it's home to some of the most iconic distilleries in the world. Lagavulin, Ardbeg, and Laphroaig are all within a few miles of each other. All these whiskeys on Islay are really known for they're pungent, they're powerful, and they're really known for their medicinal type peat smoke, which a lot of people I know from the bourbon world, it just kind of turns them off. So I really can't wait to get into this. Hey guys, so a little bit about the Lagavulin 8. Lagavulin 8 was released in 2016 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the founding of Lagavulin by John Johnston in 1816. It's meant as a throwback style of whiskey that Lagavulin may have been producing in the 1880s. That's when author Alfred Bernard, who wrote the Whiskey Distilleries of the United Kingdom, visited all the distilleries in Great Britain, over 150 of them, and declared that he tried the exceptionally fine 8-year-old from Lagavulin and said it was worth drinking on its own as opposed to being used for a blend. As of November 2017, whiskey is now part of the core bottling for Lagavulin instead of, and new limited edition labels are supposedly to follow. Now, not knowing much about Lagavulin, the only real facts I know is that it's heavily peated, it's from Islay, and Nick Offerman, aka Ron Swanson, one of my favorite TV characters, loves this stuff. Also, what I really think is cool is they made a really accessible and affordable anniversary edition for everyone to enjoy. So just on that, it's pretty awesome. Okay, folks, here we go. So as you know, it's an 8-year-old, bottled at 48% ABV, easily the highest alcohol content Scotch that I've tried so far, aged in primarily refill American oak. So let's see if we can get an Islay pop here. Woo! That was squeaky and loud. All right. Woo! Okay, here we go, guys. It is Generous Pour Monday. All right, so I'm gonna let this open up because I know I could smell it from here. And it does smell very medicinal. Wow. So the color on this is super, super light. It's like a champagne. I mean, it is really light, champagne minus the bubbles. Really, really nice color. I mean, it's very, very light, like I said. So let's get into the nose, and I know what's going to hit me first, so here we go. Woo! Wow. So you know what? I'm glad that I had some of these other peated scotches before I went into this. The Viking's Honor, the 12-year-old from Highland Park, even the Fire and Cane, which had some peat to it. Because now for me, it's not punching me in the face as I thought it would. I think my nose and what I'm smelling is just getting a little bit more used to it. So now for me on the nose, yeah, it is smoky, it is medicinal, but I am getting a slight sweetness past that, which is awesome to me because that's something I would have never been able to pick up last year. So yeah, so medicinal peat. I mean, There is a little bit of that maritime aroma that I was getting on the Old Putney 12. But Old Putney 12 wasn't peat, it just had a nice salty maritime aroma to it, and I'm picking that up a little bit on this, I think. All right, can open it up here a little bit more. Now that I'm getting a little bit more used to the peat now on the nose, I'm starting to now see that I'm picking up other flavors. Wow. Now I'm getting sweet flavors on it. Now that I just swirled it around, it's opening up a little bit. Wow. I'm getting maybe, there's a fresh fruit to it. I want to say peaches or apples. Maybe an apricot. But I mean, the smoke is the overlaying factor on all of it, but you are getting a sweetness on this, which is really, really astonishing to me. All right, guys, enough nosing. Let's take a trip to Islay. Happy Monday, everybody. Cheers. Wow, so many things happening. So the front of the palate was this really nice sweet smoke that I got on it. Wow, it's a long finish, it's still going. All right, slow down. This sweet and smoky kind of warming finish going down, but before that, I mean, I'm tasting a lot of sweet here, and the smoke isn't as medicinal as I thought it would be. It's actually a really nice sweet smoke, like barbecue. So when people say they get a sweet barbecue on some of these Islay whiskeys, I think now I can understand what they're talking about. I'm going in for that second sip. I can't wait. Here we go. Wow. Okay, so I am getting that. So the smoke is the overlying note throughout the whole thing, which is obviously, going to happen, but there are some really, really nice sweet flavors on here as well that underlie that peat smoke. But it's like barbecued peaches or a barbecued apricot. It's maybe even a barbecued lemon. Just these nice, really sweet and smoky notes coming through it. And I really like the higher ABV on this. It's warming, but not completely overwhelming. I think I'm even getting a tad bit like a chocolate note on here. Maybe a little bit of chocolate. I mean, this is, you talk about a lot of these scotches and how people love them, especially the smoky ones being really complex. And I could see where they're getting at, because what I'm amazed at is that the nose, for someone for the first time trying something like this, the nose would be probably very off-putting at first, but the nose does not match the palate. Even though I am getting sweeter notes on the nose along with the smoke, when you actually drink it, there's just so many things that go on. You're getting the smoke, you're getting the sweet, you're getting a really nice campfire barbecue flavor to it. And then underneath all that is those really nice fruit flavors. All right, one more sip here. I mean, yeah, it's got an ocean flavor to it, probably from the peat as well. I mean, listen, it's peaty. It's the most peaty scotch I've ever had in my life, but I think now where my palate is, I can appreciate the complexity that's coming off this. It's not just the the peat smoke, but there is the fruit flavors in the background. And to me, this is not as off-putting as I thought it was going to be. For an 8-year, I feel like it's very complex. Now, the 16-year I've never had. I might have to try that out now. But for this to be only an 8-year, I mean, you could see how light it is, but it's fairly complex, and the different flavors I'm getting in here overlying the, or I should say underneath the peat smoke, they're really, really interesting. The finish is very long, very smoky. The finish is where I'm getting that little hint of possibly like a chocolate there. But you are getting those fruit notes on the end. Yeah, for this, the smoke now is up front. Some of the other ones I was having, the smoke was kind of on the finish. The smoke is up front and all the way through. But what's really interesting to me about this is the smoke throughout the whole thing is a really, really nice sweet smoke. And it's sweet, it's barbecuey, it's fruity, it's delicious. And I really like this. Makes me even more excited to get into the Ardbeg. All right, guys, so thanks for watching my trip to Islay as I tried this really good Lagavulin 8. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, hit the like button. Please find me on Instagram. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers, everyone. I'm heading to Islay one more time.